All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. All right, so you've probably seen this story about Wolfgang Van Halen getting a little ticked off, and rightfully so, about Van Halen's future. He says, "You are hurting me and my family." Here was the premise, and I actually put this out there about a week, maybe more, in advance, that there were crazy rumors floating around about a revamped Van Halen, an Eddie-free Van Halen, which, again, it's kind of sacrilegious, but there's a couple of other problems with it. Number one, I don't know how well Wolfgang Van Halen plays electric guitar. I know he's a pretty good bass player, and he's a pretty good vocalist. He does the Michael Anthony vocal parts really well. He and his dad used to kind of team up and do those background vocals, which were really important when you've got David Lee Roth out there kind of yelping and talking through lyrics and so forth. So those vocals were really important, and Wolfie did it. Wolfie was great on vocals. He was proficient on bass guitar. This idea that he's going to move over to electric guitar and be his dad is a little bit crazy. It's putting enormous and ridiculous pressure on this guy who, again, I know probably was taught electric guitar before he learned how to play bass guitar. My guess is he sat at the feet of his dad and tried to listen and learn and glean as much as he possibly could from his father. But holy crap, Batman, that's a little bit much to expect. And this is the difference between, say, a casual fan who wants to see Van Halen get together no matter what, and the fan who says, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's too much to expect from Wolfie," and ridiculous pressure, and just it puts everybody in a really tough spot. I'm not saying in this age of, again, you've got the Irving Azoffs of the world who are probably thinking to themselves, "That's a great idea. Move Wolfie over to guitar and have him try to, imitate his dad on guitar." Again, I've not heard Wolfgang Van Halen play electric guitar, and especially you've got to consider the context. He'll be having to play things like Eruption on guitar. He'll have to play these incredible intros to songs. He'll have to play these just crazy guitar solos, and all of the style and energy that his dad had. And his dad did it without a whole lot of effort, in the sense that it didn't ever look like it was work for Eddie Van Halen. Whereas I think Wolfie, to even get fairly close, might have to really work his butt off, and it might not go well. So, again, there are other issues here. Obviously, just the fact that you can't replace Eddie Van Halen in a band. Or can you? This, again, falls under the promoter who's going to say, "Sure, it's still Van Halen. You've got two Van Halens in the band, and why not, right? You've got Alex and you've got Wolfie. It's still Van Halen. You bring Sammy in, you bring Michael Anthony in, and yeah, theoretically you could do it. If you really were going to do this, you would probably have to bring in another lead guitar player. Somebody who is very well known, somebody in the Joe Satriani, Steve Vai category, who might be able to come in and do a little bit of what Eddie did. That's the best you can hope for, right? But, there are probably cover bands out there who do a nice job putting together a Van Halen show, and I think that's probably where it's at right now. It's way too soon. That's another issue. It's way too soon to start to think about this. it's almost as if people were like, okay, well, Eddie was really sick. He couldn't perform. Now he's gone. So now it's okay. Let's just do some Van Halen music. And it's like, ugh. I know 2020 has been a rough year, but don't make it any more difficult by suggesting that this could just be like business as usual, because it ain't business as usual. So in any event, I wanted to add my 2 cents worth as to why this might not be a good idea. On paper, it looks like a promoter's dream, but for an audience, it might not go well. And again, maybe Wolfie is a really good electric guitar player, but he's not posting daily videos of himself, shredding the guitar or playing Van Halen riffs, getting himself all, warmed up for what would be maybe not such a great idea. But, those chat rooms, they're going to go crazy. Facebook, whatever, Instagram, they're all going to go nuts. And, this is my stance on this, is that don't move too much pressure. Don't move him over to guitar. Don't even talk about this for quite some time. We've got to deal with one thing before we can do another thing, namely the fact that these venues, because of the case-demic, they're not allowing people to go see concerts. So we have to solve that little problem before we can worry about when Van Halen would reunite, and if they'd reunite, and maybe they should just retire and let us have those great memories, with regards to Eddie Van Halen. That's probably the right thing to do, but I tell you what, dollar signs are very tempting, and in a world where music isn't selling anymore, the best place to make money if you're a classic rock band is on the concert trail. So we'll see what happens. Based on what Wolfie has said in the tweets and so forth, nothing's happening anytime soon. All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and join me over on Patreon. It's $1 a month. You can support the channel. You can also have interactions with yours truly. I typically will talk to folks every single day over there. I typically respond within a few hours, unless, of course, I'm asleep, and then I'll do it first thing with a coffee in the morning. So that's how we roll here, and thanks again for tuning in.